life feeling more vivid, feeling more connected, feeling more alive. That's something I talk about a lot in terms of Tantra and what even developing a tantric breathwork practice can do for you. Tantra is like inner yoga or internal alchemy, I like to say, where we're basically taking not only our lower energies, meaning our energy that exists below the waist, so our sexual energy, creative energy, the fight or flight response, the energy of survival instincts, and then the ego identity all kind of exists in this more subconscious area. There's also a conscious version of ego and a subconscious version of ego. It's the life preserver qualities. When we what was I saying about that? More alive. Okay. When we use internal alchemy, right? So we use anything that's kind of stuck there. If we have repeating patterns, addictions, thoughts about our fears about making enough money, right? Fears about whatever that is, not being good enough, fear of abandonment in relationship. All of our issues live in that unconscious realm. And so Tantra and this internal yoga works to use the energy of that kind of unconscious shadow, if you will, and allow it to become a part of this fountain. I feel like I'm a little bit getting abstract here. So healing the unconscious wounds as a way to awaken the conscious light or the conscious divine aspect of ourself. So alchemy is essentially turning base metal into gold, turning carbon, which is like charcoal, dark, black, not valuable, into the most valuable substance. And the idea with that inside of ourselves is we take our fear, we take our sexual repression or sexual obsessions or addictions, and instead of avoiding them, like a lot of maybe religions say, avoid your animal nature, avoid your sexual nature. It's only appropriate when you're married in this very, particular circumstance. Deny your primal animal nature. Tantra is saying, let's focus on that. Let's refine that. Let's work with that and actually use all this pent up energy that's here in your primal nature for the purpose of survival of the species. Let's use that and work with it to become actually a conscious part of your being, so that the sexual energy isn't just for when you're married between the sheets with the lights off. It's for every part of you. So being able to feel arousal outside of your sexual organs, being able to feel arousal by smelling a rose or looking at the beauty of a sunset and letting that fill you with the same type of orgasmic field of energy that you experience during sex. The practices in Tantra really can lead you to experiencing this almost like you're making love with all of your senses at all times with everything. So the way that you are smelling the air, the way that you're seeing things, we're not just breathing, we're taking in air, we're letting it affect us. We're saying, what scent is there? What can I perceive through all of my senses at any given time? So it's this heightened and deepened state of awareness. And that is definitely a huge part of the tantric path, is learning to live that way. So it's learning to live more from the perspective of a child, that innocence of like being curious and actually like this is happening anyways. We're just not curious about it. So we're not paying attention to it. So becoming more curious and letting our senses drive us more than our left brain, than our, mind, our logical mind.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty enticing. But,